Whispers through the dashboard glow, carrying stories only dreamers know. Every station playing memories, every melody unlocking hidden keys. The city sleeps beneath the stars, but we're still driving past the dark.
Fast
enough to think the lights were stars that fell to meet us, running through the midnight streets like the world was trying to keep us. You drew dreams on coffee cups, I traced maps across your hand. Every promise felt immortal, every maybe felt like planned. But time is a quiet thief, stealing colors from the scene. Now I'm standing in a city of almost. Every corner has a ghost of the life we never lived, and the words we never spoke. I keep chasing echoes in the neon glow, trying to find where our future goes. In a city of almost, I'm still letting go. The apartment by the river still reflects the skyline blue, and sometimes when the rain comes down, it sounds a little like you. All the photographs are honest, they don't know how stories end. They just freeze us in a moment where forever could pretend. Maybe love was never meant to be measured by forever. Maybe it was just a spark teaching hearts to shine together. I'm standing in a city of almost, but the road is open and wide. Every ending leaves a window, every tear becomes a tide. And tonight the ghosts are fading with the sunrise painted gold from a city of almost. I'm finally coming home. The station smelled like old rain and stories nobody told. You were carrying a suitcase, I was carrying hope. The loudspeaker kept repeating that departures never wait. But somehow in that moment, time forgot to operate. On the last summer train, we were somewhere between who we've been and who we'd be, like a half-remembered dream. Every mile stole the distance, every mile gave us grace. On the last summer train, love was finding its place. Fields rolled past the window like pages turning slow. We talked about the future in a language only we know. You said nothing lasts forever, I said maybe that's okay, because some hearts are measured by the lives they change. Years from now, if we get lost, if the world pulls us apart, I'll still hear these tracks running circles through my heart. On the last summer train, I learned some journeys stay hear your laughter on the last summer train. On the last summer train. The station fades behind me, but the music still remains. Some goodbyes become forever on the last summer train. Midnight spilling silver on the avenue. Radio ghost singing something brand new. Your shadow danced across the traffic lights, turning ordinary moments into satellites. Every street sign pointed to the unknown. Every heartbeat said we weren't alone. We're neon hearts in a city of sparks, painting our names across the dark, running wild where the skyline starts. We're neon hearts, neon hearts. Taxi windows full of mirrored dreams. Nothing's ever quite the way it seems. But when you laugh, the whole world rearranges, making constellations out of changes. Every wrong turn brought us closer still, like the night itself was bending to our will. We're neon hearts in a city of sparks, painting our names across the dark, running wild where the skyline starts. We're neon hearts, neon years from now, when the lights burn low, we'll remember what the shadows know. The brightest fire isn't in the sky, it's the one we carried all this time. We're neon hearts in a city of sparks, brighter than the boulevard of stars, holding on no matter where we are. We're neon hearts, neon We were headlights on an empty road, windows down, chasing nowhere fast. counting every little dream out loud, certain every summer night would last. The stars were scribbled on the windshield, like they knew our secret names. Funny how forever felt so close before forever changed. Some hearts are made to wander, some are made to stay. Sometimes love is simply two souls finding different ways. You're the fireflies in my rearview, still glowing when the night rolls in. Every mile takes me farther, but your light still pulls me in. I don't wish to turn around, I just smile at where we've been. You're the fireflies in my rearview, and I'll always call that home. Now the skyline wears a different face. Coffee cools beside my bed. Life keeps writing unexpected lines, better ones than what I read. Maybe growing isn't losing, maybe letting go is grace. Maybe every open highway leaves another sacred place. One day we'll laugh about the distance, one day we'll wave instead of cry. Love doesn't disappear forever, sometimes it just learns to fly. All the fireflies in my rearview, still shining where the road began. Thank you for the light you gave me, look at who I am. The city wore a silver coat, rain-stitched diamonds down the glass. You laughed like nothing ever broke, like every goodbye couldn't last. I carried every little word, like folded notes inside my sleeve. Learning hearts can build a bridge, even when they have to leave. Maybe every road we lose is only teaching us to choose. When the lights come home tonight, I'll be dancing with the scars I hide. Every dream that slipped away, left another star to light my way. I'm not chasing yesterday, I'm becoming who I'll be. When the lights come home tonight, I'll finally recognize me. The photographs are fading now, but memories don't lose their color. Every chapter closed somehow made the next one mean another. I used to measure every step against the ones I couldn't save. Now I count the mornings left, not the echoes that remain. Every ending left a spark, quiet enough to find the dark. When the lights come home tonight, I'll be dancing with the scars I hide. Every dream that slipped away, left another star to light my way. I'm not chasing not lost anymore. When the lights come home tonight, hear 1,000 voices sing alike. Every broken melody found its harmony in me. Now the future calls my name like the sunrise through the rain. When the lights come home tonight, every heartbeat feels alive. I'm still learning, still believing, still becoming every season. And if the whole world fades from view, I still find my way back through. When the lights come home tonight, the brightest one was always you. The hope I never knew I grew. The lights come home, one by one. Morning meets the setting sun. Every ending starts again, and I walk into the light. The clouds rolled in without a warning, stole the blue from every sky. I thought the storm had won forever, thought the sun had said goodbye. But every crack became a window, every tear became a stream. Funny how the hardest seasons water every hidden dream. I was waiting for a rescue, never knowing I could fly. There's a little bit of golden after rain, a little bit of healing after pain. Every shadow leaves a doorway, every goodbye clears a lane. I'm not who I was yesterday, and that's the beauty of the change. There's a little bit of golden after rain. There's a little bit of golden after rain. Oh, I don't count the broken pieces, I count all the ways they shine. Every scar became a compass, pointing me to better skies. Now I wear tomorrow lightly, like a jacket in the spring. Hope isn't loud or perfect, it's the quiet way we sing. If the night feels endless, keep walking. If the road feels empty, keep believing. The dawn has never missed an appointment. There's a little bit of golden after rain, more than I ever thought I'd find. The storm didn't come to end me, it came to change my mind. The morning paints the rooftops gold, every window catches fire. Yesterday was heavy, sure, today feels a little lighter. I've been carrying old echoes like stones inside my shoes. Now I'm learning hope gets louder every time I choose. I don't need perfect answers, just another chance to try. There's a sky full of tomorrows waiting on the other side. Every heartbeat is an anthem, every dream is still alive. If the rain keeps falling, let it. Flowers never fear the storm. There's a sky full of tomorrows, and I'm finally moving. Hey. There was a time I counted every crack in the ceiling over my bed, thinking every unanswered prayer was another reason to regret. Outside the city raced in circles, neon chasing midnight dreams. Inside I learned the loudest battles never make the biggest scenes. The sky doesn't apologize for changing every shade of blue. Maybe I don't have to either. There's beauty in the quiet between the thunder, hope in the breath before the dawn. Every heart that's ever broken still remembers how to carry on. If tomorrow calls me somewhere new, I'll answer without fear. The quiet between the thunder was where I learned to hear. Told the truth, not every scar needs hiding. Some are maps to better places, some become our silver lining. I stopped asking where I lost myself, I started asking where I'd grow. Funny how the smallest changes can become the strongest glow. Every falling leaf reminds me nothing beautiful stays the same. Hold on when the skyline fades, hold on when the night feels long. Every storm runs out of rain, every silence birds a song. We're made of borrowed starlight, learning how to shine our own. There's beauty in the quiet between the thunder, where fear gives way to grace. Every ending leaves a doorway, every tear has left its trace. Now I don't run from tomorrow, I welcome what appears, because the quiet between the thunder turned courage into years. When the morning finds my window, I'll open every shade. The sky was never asking me to be perfect, only unafraid. There's a tide inside my heartbeat, pulling me toward unknown shores. Every wave keeps whispering softly, you were made for something more. I carried fear like heavy luggage, dragging it through every year. Then I opened every window and watched it disappear. The moon doesn't ask permission to reflect across the sea. I've got an ocean in my chest, full of storms and tenderness. Every wave reminds me strength was never silence. If I break, I'll break like dawn, spilling colors through the dark. I've got an ocean in my chest, and every tide becomes my heart. Some days hope arrives in whispers, barely louder than the rain. Some days joy walks through the doorway, holding hands with yesterday. I stopped measuring forever, I'm grateful for today. Love is more than keeping people, sometimes it's letting I've got an ocean in my chest, wider than my every doubt. Every wave has carried pieces I no longer live without. The horizon keeps unfolding, calling me beyond the blue. I've got an ocean in my chest, and it's leading me to you. The tide rolls in, the tide rolls out. Love remains. Streetlights flicker like old memories, painting stories on the pavement. Every step is a conversation between who I was and who I'm becoming. The wind keeps turning empty pages, writing songs I've never heard. Sometimes silence says the loudest thing without a single word. I'm done waiting for perfect timing. The clock has always loved the brave. Meet me where the heartbeat meets the horizon, where impossible is just another name. We'll build tomorrow out of borrowed courage, turn every spark into a flame. If the world says slow down, we'll keep rising. If the fear gets loud, we'll sing the same. Every dream begins with someone believing. The sunrise is worth the rain. I found strength inside the questions, not the answers I once chased. Every detour drew a map to a more beautiful place. Now the future calls and whispers, not because it's far away, because it's standing right beside me, waiting for today. Hands up to the midnight sky, leave the doubts where they belong. Every heart has one great anthem. Maybe this becomes our song. Meet me where the heartbeat meets the horizon, where every ending blooms again. We'll carry hope like constellations, lighting roads we've never been. The stars don't ask, we deserve them. They simply shine above the night. So I'll keep walking toward tomorrow, one heartbeat at a time. Your name still lives in old notebooks, pressed between forgotten pages. Not because I'm holding on, because love remembers places. We were sparks beneath October, learning how forever sounded. Life had other destinations, still I'm grateful that we found it. Some stories end with silence, some become the stars, where the constellations we left behind, lighting roads we may never find. Every promise, every goodbye still reflects across the sky. Love doesn't disappear, it changes shape with time. We're the constellations we left behind. Now the seasons know my footsteps, and the coffee tastes like peace. I don't chase what could have happened. I let every memory breathe. The moon still climbs the same horizon, but I'm someone new beneath it. Every chapter closed with purpose, even if I couldn't read it. Every goodbye planted seeds only tomorrow could reveal. Raise your eyes above the skyline. Nothing beautiful is ever gone. It echoes in another heartbeat. It waits inside another song. We're all becoming galaxies, one brave light at a time. We're the constellations we left behind, turning broken moments into light. Every tear became a river, every river reached the tide. If I ever lose my way again, I'll simply look above, because every star reminds me the universe is built on love. So here's to every chapter, every stranger, every friend, every beginning hiding quietly inside what looked like an end. The night was never empty. It was teaching us to shine. We're the constellations we left behind. The moon pulled silver from the river, and your laughter filled the air. Every little conversation felt like finding answers there. We weren't trying to write history, just another Friday night. Funny how the smallest moments become your favorite light. The universe keeps spinning, but somehow we stayed close. It's the gravity of us, pulling hearts through time and space. Even when the miles get longer, love remembers every place. Every orbit finds its center, every soul can find its home. It's the gravity of us, a force we've always known. A force we've always known. Oh, yeah. Years may paint our hair with silver, trade our speed for wiser steps. Still I'll know your voice in crowded rooms. Still I'll laugh at every text. Life keeps changing all the scenery, but the sky remains the same. And every constellation still whispers out your names. When the seasons rearrange, love outlives the if tomorrow brings 1,000 roads, we'll walk whichever one we find. Not because the path is easy, but because your hand fits mine. The stars don't fear the distance, they shine across the night. Maybe love is simply learning echoes fade, long after the sky grows blue. The universe keeps expanding, and somehow it still leads me to you. The morning train keeps rolling north, while strangers wear their headphones tight. Everybody's chasing something, trying to outrun the night. I found a crack beside the sidewalk, where a tiny flower grew. It didn't ask the world for permission, it simply pushed on through. Maybe strength was never louder than a whisper saying bloom. We're wildflowers in the concrete, growing where the world said don't. Turning every broken sidewalk into something beautiful. We'll keep reaching for the sunlight, even when it's hard to see. Wildflowers in the concrete, that's what we'll always be. The mirrors tried to name my limits, the headlines tried to sell me fear, but hope kept writing little letters only brave hearts seem to hear. Every dream began a silence, every mountain once was dust. Every future starts with someone choosing hope instead of rust. We're still growing, never knowing just how high we'll climb. When the skyline fades to shadows, we'll become our own sunrise. When tomorrow feels uncertain, we'll believe before our eyes. No storm can steal the roots we've planted, no winter lasts forever. The seasons only prove that change makes every bloom more precious. We're wildflowers in the concrete, painting gray with shades of gold. Every heartbeat is a garden, every story still unfolds. If the wind should bend our branches, it will never break our soul. Wildflowers in the concrete, we were always meant to grow. Leave a little color behind, someone else might need the spring. Morning found me through the curtains, dust was dancing in the glow. Yesterday still filled the corners, but it didn't run the show. Every unanswered conversation, every road I didn't take, became another quiet lesson in the choices that we make. Maybe healing isn't sudden, maybe it arrives like dawn, slow enough to miss, bright enough to change everything. I'm living on borrowed sunlight, turning shadows into gold. Every broken piece behind me help this heart become more whole. I will measure life I've learned the strongest kind of faith is choosing hope each day. The sun has never asked permission to rise above the rain. I'm living on borrowed sunlight, every heartbeat shining through. All the roads that almost broke me led me somewhere beautiful. When the evening finally finds me, I'll still carry morning's fire. Borrowed sunlight made me stronger. I become the light. The day begins again, and so do We drew our futures on the backs of receipts, coffee rings and midnight dreams. Every little promise folded into airplanes, flying farther than they seemed. We thought the world was just a doorway, waiting for our names in gold. Now I know the brightest stories aren't the ones we're told. Time keeps turning every page, but hope still writes between the lines. We're chasing paper stars tonight, holding on to borrowed light. Every wish we couldn't catch still taught our hearts to fly. If the sky feels far away, we'll build one with our hands. Paper stars may fall apart, but dreamers always stand. Dreamers always stand. I've learned that strength is quiet sometimes, like snowfall in the middle of July. It doesn't ask for recognition, it simply helps you rise. The roads I feared the most became the ones that brought me here. Every detour drew a map straight through every fear. I stopped asking if I could, I started asking why not now. When the wind begins to change, don't anchor every sail. Trust the tide you cannot see, it knows the way as well. The sky belongs to everyone who dares to lift their eyes. Who dares to lift their eyes. We're chasing paper stars tonight, brighter than the city lights. Every heartbeat tells the story of a dream that stayed alive. Even if they drift away, they'll leave their glow behind. Paper stars were never fragile, they were courage in disguise. Fold another dream, throw it to the wind, watch tomorrow catch it. Every room remembers laughter, even after voices fade. Every photograph keeps breathing, long after it's been framed. I used to fear the empty spaces, thinking silence meant goodbye. Now I hear 1,000 futures waiting underneath the sky. Nothing disappears completely. Love just learns another language. Echoes become oceans, tiny waves become the sea. Every little act of kindness lives longer than we see. When the world feels overwhelming, I remember where I've been. Echoes become oceans. That's how hope begins. That's how hope begins. There's a child inside tomorrow, waiting for us to believe. There's a fire inside ordinary people who refuse to leave. Every dream begins unnoticed, quiet as a fallen leaf. Then one heart starts believing, and another finds relief. Hold on, even when the shoreline disappears. Hold on, the tide is closer than it seems. We'll write our names in simple moments, not in monuments of stone. Because forever isn't measured by how famous we become. It's measured by the lives we brighten, one conversation at a time. Become oceans, every whisper grows into a song. Every soul that's ever stumbled still discovers where it belongs. If tomorrow has to change the world, maybe no one ever knew. Just a million quiet echoes growing into something true. The waves keep reaching, the dawn keeps breaking. Love keeps becoming.
Please let us know where you are listening from in the comments. Then like and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more lo-fi good vibes music and help us grow.